snap. What's that? My earbuds. Crummy crumb. Okay, there we go. Okay, I see. I guess I see the glow. I did sleep good last night though. Whew. Yeah, I do look a lot better. Life got me aging gracefully, tastefully, spacefully, tastefully. Why are people surprised that Trump won this election? I don't understand. 2024, election 2024, he said the election was stolen from him in 2020. The Democrats got it back or whatever the fuck that shit, you know, Republicans versus Democrats, whatever. So he came back in, he won on their ass like he said he was. He said he was gonna be back. And then he did exactly what the fuck he said he was gonna do. So we can just take it up to a spiritual level. Spiritually, why is it? Well, you know, people are not like in touch spiritually. Obviously, that's it. Like that's why and how. Her shoes are cute. If we just reflections of if he's a reflection of the populace, yes, it's totally accurate. So him being back in office shouldn't be the focus. It should be the fact that he's a reflection of the populace that should be the focus. Because what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Well, we know y'all are holding on to white supremacy. Is like when a baby, when a 1-year-old start walking and they see some shit they want, especially food, but they grip that shit so fast and so quick, and they be holding it. I remember my baby, my oldest daughter, she wanted some rice, but she grabbed that rice so quick and was gripping that shit. I'm like, how the fuck? I have never seen speed and grip and simultaneously. So yeah, that's what they doing. They holding on to it barely though. And then really when you grab rice, how much you really got in your hand? That's like the perfect analogy. Trying to hold rice tight. Hot rice at that. And yeah, but let them folks be, man. Let them folks be, because it's bigger than even that. It's like the big picture is, you know, karma is not playing around these days from a micro to a macro level. Okay, so everything happening the way it's supposed to happen. That shit, something else is coming that's gonna just, man. So if that's the meaning of the fall of America, then fuck, it's the fall of America. I mean, shit. Look at that little girl. She got some pretty hair. How I feel about North Carolina. It's beautiful. It's definitely beautiful. There's definitely an economic movement here. There's definitely money, and I say money flowing. It's different from Memphis, that's for sure. It's even different from Tennessee. It's a whole nother feel to it, like a feeling, not a field, but it is a whole nother field too, if you catch me. But it's very beautiful. It's very clean, where I am at least. And from what I've seen, it's very clean, it's very beautiful, it's very serene. There's some intact places of nature that are just, man, it's what I need. The people, North Carolinians, there's a lot of immigrants here. And I'm not gonna call them immigrants. Hell, shit, we all immigrants, but there's a huge Hispanic population here, and they seem to be doing very well. I mean, very well. There's a huge Hispanic population here. Probably more of them than there is niggas, to be honest. And they seem to be thriving. Oh, that's a beautiful, some beautiful kids. Yeah, them some beautiful kids. Them some brown people. They speak Spanish though. What else? The white people, you know, white people gonna be white people. But these white folks here though, you know, they weird. They not trying to be cultured. Nah, they not trying to be cultured. They don't like it. They don't like the Hispanics being here. They don't like if it could just be all white folks, they would be just fine with it. Even though they could not, obviously they can't handle everything on their own. They can't keep the economy going on their own. If that's what we're talking about here. But these white folks here, like, they are country as fuck. Like, they are what people, when people think of North Carolina, that's what y'all thinking about them. But it's some other shit moving and shaking here. It's very diverse. There's a huge East Indian. Damn, she ran straight into it. There's a huge East Indian population. And that would be because of the schools. So wherever there are schools, schools that are of high, you know, I guess notoriety, or big on sports, or big on engineering, big specific like programs, engineering, IT, stuff like that, you're going to attract East Indians and Asians. So the diversity is here, and you can tell in the grocery stores with the food selections. That's how you can always tell too, with the food selections. There is a lot of Indian food selection. Like, it had their own huge section. They wouldn't do that if they weren't buying it. So yeah. So it's very diverse, but you can tell people sticking together. I don't see cultures crossing too much or commingling. Probably on college campuses, yeah. But everybody definitely tribed up, vibed up. And you could tell white folks don't like that shit, which is crazy to me, because I don't know, white people are weird. Like, I'm truly convinced of their fucking weirdness. Especially when they ignorant, ain't been nowhere, ain't done nothing, ain't experienced nothing. Now, if they are experienced and open-minded, yes. But the ones that's not experienced, the ones that's not open-minded, bruh, and I think, like, with Memphis white folks, is like, well, because they can't help but be influenced by niggas, because there's so many of them there. I don't want to say they cooler, but yeah, they cooler, and they're more cultured. They're not just fucking plain white rice with no salt, no pepper, no butter. Them motherfuckers is using seasoning. These white folks here, nah. Don't even offer it to them. Now, of course, they're gonna go to Mexican restaurants, take advantage of the food and the drinks and stuff like that. But, you know, it's just weird. I'm trying to explain it. And I gotta give it more time, because I ain't been here but, what, a good month now, maybe? A little over a month? I ain't been here long. I feel like I've been here forever, but I haven't. I ain't been here long. I have to keep reminding myself of that. You ain't been here long. You ain't been here long. You moved in, and then you paid for November's rent. So it ain't even been a full 2 months. So I do like it. I do like the peaceful. I do like the quiet. I like that folks mind their business. People mind their business. I do love that. I love that. And the schools, I love the schools. Zaire loves her school. Yeah, it's some biracial. It is about a lot of biracial, but I'm not surprised. Mostly black and white though. Everybody, ain't too many other people gonna mix and mingle any other kind of way though, anyway. Yeah. Oh, you know I gotta always talk about fucking Tay, bruh. Like, she's my daughter, so of course I love her and want the best for her, but I am detaching. I am like, look, I'm saying this shit, and I ain't saying it no more. You want to present yourself in a way, hey, you are gonna learn what I've been fussing at you about, and that's that on it. And I know that's why she didn't get that job, because if she wore that little short ass shit to a job interview, it's like, bruh, that's. But you know, when her focus is being cute, but I'm not. Just keep my space nice and clean. I don't want to be in no nasty shit. And we good. You do that, we good. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, she, you know. I hate when I say these things, because I desired differently, but had things been done differently, like in the first fucking place, I don't know. Yes. Yes. I don't know. People just seem very unhappy. I noticed that. People seem genuine. See, people, that's the thing I noticed here too. Well, in Memphis, people just angry. Like, that's obvious. Here, even though it's like so beautiful and so fucking peaceful, I noticed like it's a lot of low. It's still low. People are just low vibrational. And then that goes back to what I was saying. Like, why are y'all surprised Trump is back in office? He reflects the populace. People are caught up in something else. They have totally lost track of why we're here. So they're all in these identity fucking crises, trying to keep up with shit and stay on top of this and have that. They've just lost. They've disconnected to their purpose and to their spirit. And I think it's generational at this point. And, you know, yeah, people can be religious. It's different though. It's different when you walking in spirit. And most people are walking in flesh. Spirit is there, but the spirit, that's the vibration. That's what it is. It's like the low vibration. It's the disconnect from the spirit creates the low vibration. Yes, the spirit is there. That's how you're able to even have a vibration. I'm getting it. That's how you're able to even have a vibration in the first fucking place. So people who don't vibrate at all, stay clear of them. They're not people. There's something else. They're hybrids, entities, things like that. So, but if you get to a vibration that's so low, to where now you're so low where you're just open and vulnerable to things be able to hop on you, that's even different too. Stay away from them too. Those are, we call them little demons, but you know, we all have our demons. But what I'm saying is, like, high spirited people who walk in that spirit, people who like are aligned with that, like their own, like them and their spirit is here. Like y'all, they together. Like we, like if we was all walking together, we walking together. I haven't ignored my spirit to the point where it's no longer even communicating with me, because that can happen. So just think about it on a physical level. Let's say your spirit was outside of your body. If you ignored it long enough, it will stop talking. Like, it's with human. If you ignore a person long enough, eventually they're going to stop. They may try and try and try and try and beg and plead and give you signs and give you signals and you can get sick, you can throw up, you can have a headache, they can, whatever it takes. But you can ignore the symptoms for so long that they just stop. And then other shit, you lose your own protection and just other shit have you start breaking down. But the beauty of the human body is that you can do that for so long, and at any point in time you could connect right back then and there. And it might take you some time to get out of shit, but once you like make that reconnection and you start like reconnecting, doing things to reconnect, maybe that's walking, maybe that's eating better, maybe that's praying, meditating, self-care, bath soaks, whatever it is that for you to reconnect, man, them shit's like God. So man, bro, God's so good. He, she, them, they, whatever the fuck, they never give up on us. We give up on ourselves. They never give up on us, man. They constantly, and I can fucking say that because I'm one of them people. But I knew early in my life I was different. I knew this. I couldn't communicate it. Obviously, I had to learn a language, earthly language. Then I had parents. I had people raising me, which is programming. So I had to, like Jabria said, I'm peeling back the layers of this onion so I could get back to who I already knew that I was. And maybe that's the difference between me and a lot of people I see. Like, that's what I guess that chosen one shit is like, I knew. I've known here and here for a long time. It was never that, I never questioned it. I questioned why I was here. What the fuck am I doing here? I've never felt at home. I've never felt at peace. I've never felt comfortable. Nothing. Like, it's weird to me to be doing this. And I'm like, okay, so then I'm trying to do the human thing. Be human and shit. And it's like, I feel like I'm failing at it. Because it's like, it's not for me. Not the way they wanted me to do it. Like, I want to come and do it the way I know it should be done. That's being in nature. That's connecting more and more. Like, coming in connected just to connect more. Not coming in connected, get disconnected just to come back to the connect. And so many years of your life have gone by once you reconnect, and you're up here scrambling, trying to like refigure it out. And you can't really, to be honest, you can't There's no ring. It's just in that, it's just the moments. It's moments. And so in that moment, you have a realization. You go from that point. Because you ain't getting none of that shit back, which, you know, pisses me off to some degree. Because it's like, okay, I'm here. I come in the world knowing I have gifts, knowing I have a purpose, knowing what I want to do with my life. But no, you have people that come in and distort all of that. Tell you that's not right. Tell you how to do it. And you looking at them because you know in your heart and you're feeling they're misguiding you. You're feeling the dishonesty. You're feeling the hate. You're feeling the jealousy. Now, these from your parents now. You're feeling all this. Aunts, uncles, you're feeling it. For whatever fucking reason, it doesn't make sense. It will never make sense. how your family can be towards a person. It would never fucking make sense to me. I will always be like, what the fuck on that note? Because then what should have happened is I should have came in as connected as I am, and my mother should have took what I had right then and there and just built on it. So I turned into a superhuman, super cell. Nah, what she do? She belittles me. She breaks me down. She makes me feel like you're not worthy. So then once the not worthy programming sits in, what do I do with the majority of my adult, not majority of my, but a lot of my adult life up until this point, or up until age 38? What do? I'm literally reflecting the not worthiness for all those years. And in me doing that, I'm being judged and criticized. But that is what y'all programmed me to do. And that's what y'all programmed in me in the first fucking place. That is why I'm acting out, if you want to say. I'm acting out what was programmed into me. But no, at no point in time does anybody want to say, oh, well, what they did or what they could have done better. No one says that. No one wants to do that. No one wants to look in the mirror. They just want to come at me and try to act like they motherfucking opinion actually even matters at a certain point in time. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Once I have my realization, it doesn't matter. You don't matter. Because you had a chance to actually pour into me, but you decided to deplete me before you even poured. Like, you threw me in the negative. You threw me in the fucking negative. So if you go into adulthood already in the fucking negative, morally, I won't say spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, sexually, you gonna have to cover that negative. You gonna have to cover the negative to get to get back to the connect. How else do you do it then? How else do you do it? Like, shit crazy. How the fuck else do you do it? That's the only way I feel like. But anyway, enough of them. Like, I done had way too many conversations about that shit. Like I say, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not gonna understand. And it's all good, because really now that I have realized, these are the moments where I take advantage of the time I do have left on the planet, which only the universe knows when my clock just stops. But I know I got a few more ticks in me. And, I take this time going forward, really doing what I need to do. But I am still being very much, I'm still dealing with my past, because I had a child with somebody that I should not have had a child with. Like, it's terrible breeding. And I keep saying that because it was not spiritual. It was all physical. And I am reaping the consequences of that. That I brought her here. I have raised her to the best of my fucking ability. I've gotten better. But whoever she is becoming is not compatible with who I am becoming. She's not. She's not. And that I don't need to belittle her. I don't need to judge her. I don't need to talk about the details of it. All I know is that is the chemistry is not there. Her personality type, her characteristics are not compatible with me and mine. And her being my daughter is the only reason I would have anything to do with the type of person she is. The type of person she is, I don't deal with those types of people. They're out of my they're just not my type of people. And when I tell you these folks here so out of shape, when I tell you these folks is top heavy, the bottom just, I guess they just forgot the bottom, because some of that shit, like the regular people, you know, that's born and raised here, you can tell too. You can definitely tell the locals, the originals. Because when I tell you, they physically, this not an attractive group of people amongst the white people specifically. Black people too. I ain't just seen too many as far as like seeing beautiful black women, like, and what's the one thing in Memphis you gonna see? Most definitely, you're going to experience some beautiful black women. Now they say women from Memphis are crazy or whatever the fuck, but you're definitely gonna see creative, beautiful black women expressing themselves. I haven't seen that yet here. It's very dull. It's very boring. It's very cookie cut type. I haven't seen just an extraordinarily beautiful black woman. Very blending Indish. Yeah. And the men too. Just the black people here in general. Nothing special to look at. But I think what that boils down to, what that goes back to, is just the low vibration, which meaning like people don't eat right. So the ways you can be high vibration, to keep your high vibration, is first of all, it's your mindset. And knowing, and having a real true knowing that yes, I am a body, but there's something else in this body that I'm connected to, that's outside, that is also outside of this body, that's not this body. It's like really honestly knowing it and feeling it. So your higher self, we can call it your higher self. So being in constant communication with your higher self, and knowing that your higher self needs things, that the flesh needs things and the higher self needs things. So it's like knowing how to feed both. That's the balance. So it's like, I know my flesh needs, nutrients, food, water, rest. Okay, but there's so many different options and variations of getting those things. It's not all just everything you need. No, so like they purposely give us bad food. Like the system knows. So there's a big part of this system that's very much aware of life. So they have like purposely put things in place to keep us disconnected. We could just say what the man behind the curtain, or the woman behind the curtain, or the entity behind the curtain, the it behind the curtain, the thing behind the curtain. Keeping all the secrets. Very much aware. Somebody knows we should be eating better. Somebody knows we should not be working. Somebody knows that we should be in nature. Somebody or something knows that we should be more connected to ourselves. Yeah, these things, something, someone, something, somewhere knows this. Because there's way too much effort to keep us from that. You're keeping us from our natural design. Crazy, right? Like, crazy. And then it's really for what? At this point, the only thing I can see it being for is money. Like, this is how silly this is. You're doing all this. You're keeping us away from all these things for money. Money doesn't even, like, it's not even like a real thing. I mean, there's energetic currency, which is, I guess we could say that's the spiritual form of money. But physical money is so obsolete. Like, it's actually just like, I don't know. I'm almost embarrassed now. To Jesus, like, I'm insulted. Because I'm in the race too. And whatever level I'm on, I'm in it too. Because I have to. I don't have a choice. But it's very sickening and embarrassing, because we're doing all this for money. So take money out of the equation, which is actually just putting a value on something. What will people really value then? People will actually value their life. So we're living in a country that makes money off of people not valuing their life. How disgusting is that? I think I'm making sense. Okay, she in her little sexy walk. Flat ass. Cute car though. Yeah, so because people like me, myself, I'm not saying I'm the only one. I don't know how, I think I'm pretty rare though. I don't think it's a lot of us, because obviously yeah. We value our spiritual growth and development and our purpose more so than being in the system. I know this to be a fact. Because the only reason I do what I do is because I have children, and I know they deserve to have as much of a foundation, stable foundation, that I can give them. It's just, what sucks is like, and I love them, like, oh my God, and I miss Savannah. I don't know what's gonna come of that. I've just literally put that in the universe's hands. I have just totally, I haven't given up, but it's in a whole nother part of my brain and my heart. Because if I keep that in the forefront, I would just be worrying. I would be just sad. I would be just so depressed. So it's there. The sadness is there. The depression is there. It's just, and I'm going to just let y'all work that out. However that's going to play out, that's going to play out. Because in the meantime, in between time, it's still a life. I still desire to live out my purpose here. That, because I'm very much well aware of it. That's the thing. I feel like I would have been a healer. I didn't have to go through all this pain. I'm already a healer. Whether I understood pain or not, I already knew how to heal. I came in with that understanding, with that knowing. I came here knowing people needed to be healed. I didn't need to be traumatized to know that. I already knew that. That's what I'm saying. So fuck, I'm like super healer now then. Fucking fuck. Like, yeah. I don't know if I like this big ass nose ring though. You know, I like to keep it kind of small and discreet. But what I'm saying is that I'm gonna fast in January. I'm gonna start the year off on some other shit. I'm finna be on some other shit. And you know what? It is what it is with Tay. You know. I'm not fighting her no more on no shit, nothing. And as soon as she turned 18, like, she is so welcome to do what she wants to do. I promise I'm not trying to. But I'm definitely. Let me check on this African.